Have you muted everyone else? Thank you. Close your eyes. And just allow your next couple of breaths just to help you land on your yoga mat, but more rooting down into kind of the center of your being. Start to deepen your breath. Imagine it getting wider and breathing into your back. Noticing the natural pause before you exhale. Notice there's a natural pause after you inhale before you exhale. Did I say that one? They're on both sides. Take a couple more deep breaths here. And then you're going to lift your hands up off of your knees. Some of you have done this with me before, but you just lift your hands off your knees and start to shake your hands like they're really wet and you don't have any towels or pants to wipe them on. And just fling water everywhere because it's imaginary. We can be as messy as we want. Notice the weird sound of your hands. It's nice, they become little blurs in the video. And then pause and turn your palms to face one another with your eyes closed. Start to slowly, nearly imperceptibly slow, bring your hands closer and closer towards one another. And stop at one point before your hands touch. And continue to breathe here. Notice the energy around your hands, the space in between. And it's nearly like it's a precious feeling, but breathe anyways. You will not lose it. You can kind of play with this ball of energy if you want. You can pulse a little bit as if the space in between your hands has breath and heartbeat. As your attention stays, you can feel your hands warming, vibrating perhaps. And then take your hands to that place on your body that you need a little extra energy today, you need a little bit more of healing attention, or you need a little, love or patience. And you'll notice if what you need is in your emotional body, your hands know exactly where to go. If what you need is in your physical body, your hands know exactly where to go. Same with your mental body. So you can let your hands just rest on you for a minute and continue to allow your breath and your attention to flow through your hands. And when it feels right, just allow your hands to return to your knees, keeping your eyes closed, and just taking a couple more deep, full breaths. And when you're ready, feel free to yawn. You're allowed to, when you're ready, come into Sphinx pose. So you're going to cross your ankles and just slide forward, allowing your elbows to be as wide as your shoulders, your elbows slightly in front of your shoulders. And you can take your legs as wide as the yoga mat, especially if you don't have any lower back problems. If your lower back is sensitive, you just take your legs a little closer together. And then you can try something out. With your inhale, see if you can squeeze all your muscles to the bone And then with your exhale, just soften your whole body. And with your next inhale, try it again. Squeeze all your muscles to your bones. And with your exhale, relax your muscles. You can let your shoulders drop up into your ears like a little turtle, or you can pull your shoulders down your back. And then find a place where you can be still. And yogi's choice here. In the yin, it's more appropriate to close your eyes than it is in our vinyasa. But of course, you're always free to do exactly what you want. There's just different consequences, right? But with the yin yoga, we want to start to really notice what is. Notice this holy container of ourselves. Some pictures of our body is it's the earth container for our heavenly being. And a lot of what the work of our soul is to bring these two polarities into dynamic harmony. So harmony that actually, or polarity or harmony that creates life, energy. So notice maybe if you can remember your dreams this morning. You could slide your elbows forward. And then take a couple moments, and even if you've only been awake a couple minutes, just take some time to observe your own thinking. And just for a moment, notice that witness part of yourself that can look at your own thinking. And then take a couple of breaths and breathe into your feelings and observe what they are this morning. So we stay in these first couple postures, yin style, muscles relaxed, body still. No place to go. And then finally, take a couple of breaths and notice what your physical body is feeling this morning, is feeling right now. Before we come out of the pose, I'm going to read a quote from Rudolf Steiner, and you may have heard it before, you may have not. But just like anything, in context, it can take on a whole new meaning. But I think you'll feel how appropriate it is for this time. In the new mysteries, the whole earth becomes a temple. The hidden tragedy and triumph of the pupil becomes external fact. Human beings' friends become for him, whether she knows it or not, the terrible and wonderful actors in the ceremony of our initiation. The whole earth becomes a temple. The hidden tragedy and triumph of the pupil becomes external fact. Man's friends become for her, whether she knows it or not, the terrible and wonderful actors in the ceremony of my initiation. So I'm playing with the pronouns just to give us a universal perspective. And then lower yourself down to the ground, wiggle your butt, shake your hips a little bit, maybe moan and groan. Maybe you have more privacy at home, maybe you have less, but let it be noisy, let the sounds move through your body. And then we're gonna do a shoulder opener here before we start our fireworks, before we start to really get hot and sweaty. So you're gonna reach your right arm out to the right. So your arm comes straight out of your shoulder. And then you're gonna turn your face away from your arm and hug your knees up to your chest. Now this might be as far as you wanna go this morning. Or maybe you have a little bit more and you can step your left foot behind your right leg and raise your left arm up. Yeah. And then see if maybe you can hold hands behind you, maybe you can't. You might also need a pillow or, a toy truck underneath your head. And if it's too intense on your right arm, you can also bend your arm a little bit here. Left arm. Thank you. Right arm. It's okay. Don't worry about it. So if you can't hold hands, you're reaching. If it's easy for you to hold hands, you might even want to bring your right foot back onto the ground as well. So both your knees are starting to aim up for the ceiling. You can feel your hips twisting open. If your head's floating, maybe your assistant can bring a pillow for underneath your head. Also, sometimes you find a little bit more ease if you bring your chin to your chest. Notice the intensity on your lower shoulder. This is, again, it's a healing pressure. And I was reminded by a good friend and yoga teacher the other day, like, we're not just aiming to just feel good in our yoga practice. For me, that's like 1 hour of the day or 2 hours of the day. What I'm aiming for is to feel good in my life, in my day, in my physical body, in my spiritual body. So our effort in our class, you want to push yourself, you want to explore your edges. You want to see if the intensity is too much or not enough. Be willing to be uncomfortable in your practice so you can be comfortable in your body. Be willing to meet your edge and challenge your breath so you can find equanimity in the rest of your day. All right, roll back onto your belly, moan and groan, cry if you need to. Or just leave the room, whatever you need. Thank you so much. And then we are going to do the other side. You already knew this. So stretch out your left arm. Hug your knees up to your chest on your right hand side. Turning your gaze, of course, to your right. You might find that one side's not like the other. So maybe you want to grab a pillow for underneath your head on the side. Perfect. Not all of us have a Spider-Man assistant. And then bring your right foot onto the ground. Reach up with your right arm, reach behind you, see if you can hold hands. And then take a full inhale, and with your exhale, sigh out through your mouth and feel your body relax into the pose a little bit more. It's so, I'm going to say, it's so oddly magical right now because, like a month ago, the world looked pretty different in terms of, restrictions and lockdowns and sheltering in place and recommendations and blah, blah, blah. And the future was absolutely unknown, a couple months ago. But today we're in this together in such a way that we talk about, the summer, we talk about the fall, and it's just not clear. What are the restrictions going to be? What are the outcomes going to be? So no different than a month ago, we don't know the future, but we're so aware of it right now. And this great big unknown is a place where so many of us can just put in a lot of fear and worry and all the scary stuff. Like there's fertile ground for it. But it's in that emptiness that we also have a possibility of planting the seeds of a future we want to be different than our past. We are trained so well that it's easy to be cynical. It's easy to be kind of pessimistic. All right, I think we're balancing out on this side. I can't see all of your hands. Usually I come out of the pose when somebody's hand is turning blue. So come back onto your belly, moan and groan a little bit. Wiggle around. Take a full breath in, sigh it out, and then bring your hands underneath your shoulders and push your hips back and come into toes pose. Good morning, Leah. So tuck your toes under. For some people, like extreme pain, they can only do it for a second or two. But you might have to help your pinky toes. And then bring your hands to heart center. And we're gonna take our hands into Anahata Mudra. So you have the base of your palms touching. Your fingers are spreading out, and you bring your thumbs to your chest. So it's as if your hands become a tulip, or actually any flower you want, or a chalice. Close your eyes, and we're going to sound 3 ohms. Empty your breath. Take a deep inhale. Ah. 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 All right, bring your beautiful hands forward and start to slap out your feet. Yep, that's right. Just slap your feet out and then rock back and stretch the tops of your ankles. And then rock your way into plank. So you want to have your body long and fully extended here. So you're reaching with your heels back. Your chest is efforting forward. Now try something radical. See if you can smile. Now take your feet out to either side of your yoga mat. And we're going to get a little fire started here. So you're going to bring your feet in and out and in and out and in and out. And then start to jump your feet in and out and in and out and in and out and in and out and in and out. Keep it going. Maybe you can pick up the pace a little bit. Oh yeah. Couple more for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Plank. Woohoo. Feel your heels reaching back. Feel your belly getting nice and warm. Take another full inhale, and with your exhale, downward facing dog. Notice the results of a little bit of fire to start. A little bit more. Take another full inhale, pull your hips up and back. Empty your breath all the way. Look forward, lift up your feet, and hop your feet in between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release and bow down, let your head drop. Bend your knees if you need to. Then push down with your feet and roll all the way up to the sky. Stretch up tall, lift up high, and with your exhale, bring your hands to heart center, Samastitihi. Relax your hands down, and with your next inhale, stretch your arms up over your head. To be gentle on your spine, take your hands down the center, forward bend, bending your knees as much as you need to. Inhale, halfway lift, feel your abdominals lift up to your spine, your shoulders move back, and then step back to plank. Find your breath here. Take a full inhale as you reach your heels back, your chest forward, your belly lifting, your shoulders. You're reaching up to your shoulders. And then inch your way forward to your tippy toes. You're nearly about to fall off your toes. And exhale, come all the way down to the ground. Stretch your toes out and plant your toes in the ground. Powerful, powerful legs here. And then inhale, lift up, low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Push back. Now find the natural curve of your back. So you nearly feel like you're scooping your sit bones up to the ceiling to have a little bit of a curve in your lower back for your resilience and lovely innate bounciness. Take another full inhale. Empty your breath all the way. Look forward and lightly and quietly hop your feet in between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Feel your shoulders draw away from your ears. Exhale, release and bow down. Let your head drop. Push down with your feet and roll up, stretch up. Feel the rooting down gives you rise. Exhale, Samastitihi, hands to heart center, and then drop your hands at the end of your exhale. Inhale, gather the space around you, stretch up tall, and with your exhale, bow forward. Let your head drop, your knees can be soft. Inhale, halfway lift, walk or float. Exhale, chaturanga, so low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog or low cobra. Feel a stretch in the front of your body. Exhale, downward facing dog. Feel your fingers stretched out equally. We have a tendency to overstretch our thumbs, so maybe slide them in a little bit. And then everybody bend your knees a little bit more and see if you can scoop your tailbone, your sit bones up to the ceiling. Yes, this just allows that nice little curve in your lower back. You want to feel that you're lifting up the front of your legs, eventually not even seeing the creases in your ankle. And if your toes are turning a frightening whiter shade of you, just roll into the balls of your feet more. Fuel up with an inhale. Empty your breath all the way and then jump or float your feet in between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Glide your chest forward as your shoulders reach back. Exhale, release and bow down. Push down with your feet, roll up, stretch up tall, and then grab onto your left wrist. With your next inhale, lift yourself even taller, and then with your exhale, keep this height and slide your hips to the left as you arch your body to the right. Inhale up to center, and with your exhale, switch your grip and take it to the other side. Inhale up to center, hook your thumbs together, lift up towards the ceiling, and with your exhale, do a baby back bend. Inhale up to the ceiling with your exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Walk or float, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, stretch your right leg up to the sky, and with your exhale, try to tap your right shoulder. It's way above your elbow. Try to reach it anyways. Inhale, stretch your right leg long. Exhale, tap your shoulder one more time with your knee. Inhale, stretch your leg long. With your exhale, keep your breath going and bring your right foot all the way forward to your right thumb. Left heel is lifted and rise up, crescent lunge. Beautiful. With your exhale, sweet chaturanga. We're just getting warm here. Inhale, upward facing dog or low cobra. If you want a little extra, you can throw to chaturanga here and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, stretch your beautiful left leg up to the sky. Exhale, see if you can tap your left knee to your left shoulder. Oop, there it is. Inhale, stretch your leg long. Exhale, tap your shoulder one more time or just reach for it. Inhale, stretch your leg long. Exhale, bring your knee to your chest and step your left foot all the way forward to your left thumb. Rise up, joyful crescent lunge. And then exhale, sweet chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Like, let your knees soften. Scoot your sit bones up to the ceiling. So even with your knees bent a little bit, your hamstrings will stretch. Gorgeous. Now look at your feet, and you want to have your heels hiding behind your ankles. So if you can see your heels, just roll them out a little bit, hiding them behind your ankles. Take another full inhale, fueling up. Empty your breath all the way, and then walk or lightly hop your feet in between your hands. Inhale, glide your chest forward, your shoulders come away from your ears. Exhale, release and bow down. Now bend your knees, drop your booty. Inhale, Katasana. With your exhale, grab opposite elbows over the top of your head. Let your weight sink into your heels. See if you can even lift your toes and wiggle them. Take another full inhale as you lift your chest. And with your exhale, you're going to do this upper spine baby twist to your right. Then inhale back to center, switch your grip, grab opposite elbows the opposite way, and then take a baby twist with your exhale to the left. It's your upper spine working here. Keep your knees squeezing together. Now come back to center, stretch your arms up, look up, let your hips drop down, and with your exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift, walk or float. Exhale, sweet chaturanga. Oh, I love you so. Inhale, upward facing dog or low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, stretch your right leg up to the sky. And with your exhale, try to touch your left elbow with your right knee. Inhale, stretch your leg long. One more time. Bring your right knee to your left elbow or higher. Inhale, stretch your leg long. And with your exhale, bring your knee to your nose and then deliver your right foot next to your right thumb. Left heel stays lifted. So lift up your left heel and rise up, crescent lunge. Great. Now grab opposite elbows over the top of your head. Take a full inhale, and with your exhale, just twist to your right. Then inhale up to center, crescent lunge. Exhale, sweet chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Feel the stretch from your toes to your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, stretch your left leg long, up into the sky. Exhale, bend your knee and tap your right elbow. Inhale, stretch your left leg long. Exhale, tap your right elbow again, or just towards it as far as you can. Inhale, stretch your left leg long. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose and deliver your left foot next to your left thumb. Rise up, crescent lunge. And then again, grab opposite elbows the opposite way. Lift up tall, and with your exhale, it's like a mini twist to your left, other left. Then inhale up to center, maybe taking your gaze upward, and with your exhale, flow with your breath all the way down to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Soften your knees, scoot your tailbone up to the ceiling. Notice if you've been smiling. Notice what expression you carry on your face. Now step your right foot about halfway to your right hand. Stretch your left leg straight up to the ceiling. Now your half might have been optimistic, so you might have to scoot your foot back a little bit. Stretch your left leg up. And then look in front of your fingertips and start to lift up onto your big right toe. So you're pulling your abdominals up so much that it's actually lifting your leg. Push both your hands down, gaze in between your hands. With your hands flat on the ground, from here, just 3 times, try to just get some air and hop. You can find your inner thighs squeezing together to freeze an L shape in the air. You can go right into handstand, or you can just get a little air underneath your foot. Beautiful. Now hop, switch your legs. Yeah, baby. And then start again. So you have your left foot down on the ground. Now notice the connection. It's as if your abdominals are lifting your heel up off the floor. Your gaze is just in front of your fingertips. And then 3 times, landing quietly. Now, I do encourage you, if you have like a place at home, this is a great thing to do against the wall someday during the middle of the day, whatever. And then walk your feet in between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. You're going to lift up your toes and you're going to slide your hands underneath your feet. And exhale, bow forward, Padahastasana. Notice your breath. Don't let it ebb. You want to keep this fire going. It's like the fire of self-discovery. It burns out the things that you are not. And then step off your beautiful hands, toe heel your feet together, bend your knees, drop your booty, Utkatasana. Find the weight in your heels. And then with your exhale, open arm twist to your right. Reach through your fingertips. Inhale, lift up to center. And with your exhale, open arm twist to your left. Inhale up to center, lift your chest to the sky. And with your exhale, bow down. Inhale, halfway lift. Walk, fly, or float. Exhale, I love chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, stretch your right leg up to the sky. And with your exhale, bring your right knee to your right elbow and enjoy a push-up. Yeah. Inhale, stretch your leg long. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. If you want to feel humble, try this push-up. Nice pair. Inhale, stretch your leg long. Exhale, bravely step your foot all the way forward to crescent lunge. Stretch your arms up. Now, everybody, bend your back knee. Then tuck your tail without lifting up. So you want your hips straight forward. And then power through your back leg. Straighten your back leg. All right, with your next exhale, you're going to tap your back knee down to the ground. Inhale, straighten both of your legs. Feel your inner thighs squeezing together. Exhale, tap your back knee down. Inhale, straighten both of your legs. Inhale, tap your back knee down. This time, squeeze your knees, your thighs together. Keep your front knee bent and stretch your back leg. You should stay nice and low here. Take another full inhale, and with your exhale, open arm twist to your right. Reach through your fingertips. Take another full breath here. And with your next exhale, open up, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And with your exhale, take your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Your back heel is grounded. Lift up your heart, open heart, and then bow, wow, forward into humble warrior. Very nice. So your head is dropping as close to the inside of your right ankle as possible. You guys look great here. It's challenging. Humble warrior. Okay, now you're gonna try to release your arms and stretch your arms out underneath your thigh. That would have been nicer. I like it. Feel a little bit of a challenge here. And then bring your hands to the inside of your right foot. If you want to throw in a running man, go for it. Else exhale, chaturanga. If you're not sure what running man is, maybe next time. It's an arm balance. We can go over it later. Take another full inhale. So upward facing dog or low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a full breath in, and with your exhale, just sigh out some good stuff. Inhale. Stretch your left leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, bring your left knee to your left elbow. Enjoy a push-up. Inhale, stretch your left leg long. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Enjoy another push-up. This one's really hard. Yeah, we're being humble already. Inhale, stretch your leg long. Exhale, bring your knee to your chest. Step your left foot all the way forward to your left thumb. Rise up, crescent lunge. So just to get the alignment, bend your back knee and tuck your tail. So you lift up the front lip of the pelvic bowl and then power through the back heel. Yeah, beautiful. Let your arms be raising up. With your next exhale, tap your right knee down to the ground. Inhale, straighten both of your legs. Exhale, tap your back knee down to the ground. Inhale, straighten both your legs. Exhale, tap your back knee down to the ground. Stay here. You're going to squeeze your thighs together and then keep your front knee bent just as deeply and just power through your back heel and lift up crescent lunge. Take another full inhale, and with your exhale, open arm twist to your left. Reach through your fingertips. Take a full breath here, allowing the energy of your hands to open your heart. And then with your next exhale, warrior two, facing the opposite direction. Oh, no. Yep, warrior two, facing the opposite direction. And then we just didn't do the open arm twist. Inhale, reverse your warrior just for fun. We're gonna be balanced, I swear. And then take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, lift up your chest. And with your exhale, drop your head, humble warrior. So you're letting your head drop right to the inside of your left ankle. Your abdominals are lifting up, your back heel is planted. And then see if you have the power to spread your wings and bring your left arm underneath your left thigh. Beautiful. And then with your next exhale, you bring your hands to the inside of your left foot. You have your left knee right by your shoulder. If you want to try the arm balance, you bend your elbows. Bring your weight to your fingertips and then straighten both of your legs. Your elbows are bent but by your ribs, Martin. So it's just your hands on the ground. It's like a crow. Nice pair. And then lift your right leg high and exhale, sweet chaturanga. And fake it till you make it. Inhale, upward facing dog or low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. And walk your hands back to your feet. And this time, again, we're gonna slide our hands right underneath our feet. Padangusthasana, it's a wrist releasing pose. Feel the weight coming towards your wrists. Elbows reaching out to the sides like little ears in a sugar bowl. Notice if you're a little out of breath, try to breathe through your nose anyways. And then step off your hands, toe heel your feet out to mat width apart and squat down to malasana. Great. And then interlace your fingers, stretch up, stand up, and with your exhale, squat down to malasana. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, squat down to malasana. Inhale, reach up, baby back bend at the top. Exhale, reach down. 5 more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, come down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. If I can count, there's 2 more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And then keep your feet wide. Walk your hands forward. Come into a wide-legged plank pose. Plank. All right. Jump your feet together, jump them out. Jump them in, jump them out. Jump them in, jump them out. Jump them in, jump them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Downward facing dog and yogi's choice. Either drop your knees and get there that way or jump your feet through your hands and come onto your back. Bridge or wheel. Oh yeah, baby. Being awesome is a pain in the ass, or in this case, your abdominals. Inhale, lift up your hips. Now you know how warm you are. Beautiful. If you're lifting all the way up into full wheel, great. If you're in full bridge, great. Feel the effort. Feel the rotation of your inner thighs together. Feel your breath catching up. Feel the sensations in your body. You're so alive. Gorgeous. Rotate those inner thighs towards one another. Take another full inhale. Exhale, come back down. Hug your knees to your chest. And rock and roll back and forth and come into plank. I know. It's a crazy, but we're gonna get this fire really roaring before we still ourselves. All right, so I don't know if you guys know mountain climber. Inhale, bring your right knee to your right elbow. Exhale, step back. Inhale, bring your left knee to your left elbow. Exhale, step back. And now double time. So mountain climber, as you keep going here, beautiful pair, good example. You wanna feel this burn. Oh, Izzy, I'm not sure, you wanna really, it's like jogging, bringing your knees to your chest. Yeah, there you go, you got it. Beautiful. Nola, see if you can get a little bit more of the plank. I know you're saying F you, Rachel. I love you. Keep it going. You're so amazing. You're so powerful. You got this. And then bridge or wheel. Don't think it, just do it. Beautiful. Bridge or wheel. Especially if you were in wheel last time, I encourage you to do wheel again. Oh yeah. Bridge or wheel. Oh, that's hot, Sabine. Yeah. Find the power of your legs. Find your inner thighs rotating towards one another. You're so incredible. You can be breathless. You can be powerful. Come to your edge. Try to breathe through your nose. And then lower down to your back. We've got one last little push. You're going to stack your knees over your hips, your legs going straight out. Take your hands back behind your head. Now keeping your knees over your hips, not bringing them too close to you. With your inhale, your knees are bent, Sabine. With your inhale, you guys know this pose. It's called bicycles. With your inhale, you're going to lift up and bring your left elbow to your left knee, your right elbow towards your ear, and stretch your right leg out. Inhale up to center. Bring your left elbow to your right knee. And now, you guys know bicycle. I know you've all done it before. Get your bike going. Feel like you're charging your battery up. Allow yourself to sweat. Be breathless at your edge. We don't want a life that's easy. We want a life that's amazing, joyful, good for everyone. That takes a lot of work. Keep it going for 5,000 years. Yogis have been doing yoga. No, for 5, 4, 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, 1, and then bridge or wheel. You can bet this is the last one. Give it your best. Open up your heart. It's easy to open your heart when you're feeling all relaxed and chill and like ready for it. But that's not what we're being asked of. We're asked to open our heart now. Allow your breath to be full. Find the power in your feet. And then slowly come down. And you're going to come down all the way to the yoga mat. And you're going to slide your feet out as wide as the yoga mat and let your knees just fall together. Take one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Feel your breath raging through your body. Feel your heart beating. And then slide your feet in so they're hip distance apart. Take your right ankle to the outside of your right knee. We're doing eye of the needle here. So right or left, but I was starting with the right foot up. And then you can thread your hands in between. So your right arm goes in between your legs, your left arm goes to the outside of your left leg, and either grab behind your shin, behind your thigh, or in front of your shin. Beautiful. And you can flex your right foot when your knee is 90 degrees. That protects your right foot. Still feel your breath settling. This is a hip opener here. Relax your left foot as you can, even while you're flexing your right foot. You're doing great. And then release your hands and slide your right knee more over your left knee. So it's twisted root without doing your foot. And then slide your buttocks a little bit to the right. Bring your knee up to your chest and then drop your knees to your left. Very nice. Nola, I think you have your other leg on top. Oh, yes. Sorry, it's your black pants. You got it. You guys look great. Take a full breath in here and just exhale, sigh your breath out. Practice, practice, practice. All else is coming. And then find your way back. Unwind your legs, bring your feet on the ground. And take your left ankle to the outside of your right knee. Maybe lovingly push your left knee away, and then lift up your legs, bring them towards you as you thread your left arm in between your legs, your right arm on the outside, grabbing either the back of your thigh or the front of your shin. As you're pulling your right knee towards you, you want to feel like you're letting your left knee go. And you'll notice this pulling towards us is a lot easier than letting something go. And then release your grip and hug your left knee or over your right knee more. So we're doing twisted roots, but you don't take your foot all the way around. And now slide your buttocks to the left and bring your knees up to your chest and then drop your knees to your right. Right. Yep. So as your knees go to your right, you want to make sure your knees are as high as your hips and your gaze goes to the other side. And then unwind your way and find your way into Shavasana. Especially if you're sweaty, it's really good to cover yourself so you don't get freezing cold during your Shavasana. Scoop back on your yoga mat. Let your palms be open to receive. You've done an amazing job. We want to start to notice that we are the people we've been waiting for. Close your eyes and allow the grace of Shavasana to hold you. With your next inhale, start to bring your awareness to your edges. Wiggle your fingers and your toes and your beautiful face and your nose. Maybe stretch your arms long over your head, letting your body get long and strong here. And then with your exhale, hug your knees into your chest and roll onto one side. And just feel the preciousness of the vitality and the gift of life that we have here. It's no accident that you're alive now. And then help yourself up into a comfortable seated position. So maybe you come into Sukhasana, half lotus pose, full lotus pose. And let's close how we started our yang practice. So we're going to bring our hands together into the Anahata Mudra again, your thumbs on your breastbone, and feel that your fingers are efforting and blossoming out. It takes effort to keep our heart open. Feel the ground and the sullenness below you, and notice that as you root down, you have the freedom to rise up. With your eyes closed, picture other people as far away as Switzerland and Sweden, sitting here in the same place, in the same posture. And let's close with one Om. Empty your breath. Take a deep inhale. Ah. Bring your prayer hands to your third eye. Invite the divine light. And as we bow forward together, we say, Namaste. And so much love. Make some noise. Woo, 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 woo.